Oh my god, it's here. It's here. It's finally here. Doorbell rang. I've been tracking this thing all day. You guys actually kidding me? You would literally just leave this turbo right at the door like that? Unfreaking believable. But you know what? It's here. Let's bring this thing inside and let's open her up. Alright guys, after waiting a really long time, finally getting this thing sourced out. My buddies over at Rob Brokerage were able to source my new G42, which is part of the new G series lineup from Garret. This is the G42-1200 series turbo. It's finally here, so let's get this thing cracked open and check out what's inside. So the G series is the newest series from Garret. The G42 is, I believe, been out since January of 2019. A knife aside here. Let's have a look. Obviously, the exhaust housing, and I'll go into sort of detail on what we've got. Then we've got the big mama. Oh man, this thing is freaking huge. Crack this guy open here. Holy. Man, this thing is massive. So yeah, this is pretty much the new G series turbos from Garret. These turbos are pretty sweet. So guys, I decided to bring it all out to my garage since it's got a lot more working space. So yeah, back to the turbo. The turbo itself, like I've kind of mentioned before, they've got all of the -6 drain fittings for your coolant. You've got all of your oil fittings on the side, and as far as the actual exhaust side goes, the exhaust housing that I went specifically with was a 1.01 AR. The new G series exhaust housing are made completely out of stainless steel. Best part about stainless steel is it doesn't rust, and again, I don't think I'm gonna be coating this specific housing. I think I'll probably just leave it the way that it is, and that way, you know, I can get that cool, you know, burnt sort of hue look to the exhaust housing. The turbo itself goes together pretty like easily. The big sort of issue is when you get all of these V-bands, you just got to kind of look inside the center and then make sure that you get the correct ones lined up. So if you can kind of see there, some of the inside diameter is a little bit more smaller. This is meant more for an exhaust than it is to join the two sides together. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I mean, you know, try to be as careful as you can, but at the same time, you've got to remember that that the turbine wheel goes through quite a beating when the engine's running. So again, be careful. Don't bend any of these blades when you're installing the hot side. And honestly, I just simply, you got to make sure that you match this side up with this opening here, and just lay it right on top. It's a bit difficult. It's a lot easier if you've got a second set of hands or someone to help you, but just line it all up like that. Get your nut. And I'm not going to be tightening this down all the way, just because we're not really ready to mount it out yet. but just get it together so that way you can still move the turbo around and not be worried about it sort of falling apart on you. So the G42 series, basically this specific turbo, it's got a 73mm exducer and a 91mm inducer. With all that said, basically the new way that Garrett's sort of labeling their turbo systems, they'll start off with the label of the series, which is the G series. The G stands for Garret being in the industry, being in the business for over 81 years. The 42 is pretty much the series of turbo, and the last number that they're using is the total amount of horsepower that the turbo can make. And in this specific combination, it's basically the G42-1200. So we're looking to make the turbo is capable of making 1200 horsepower. All depends on what your build specs are on your specific motor. With my current motor, I'm going to be going with a 2.9 stroker. It's a Brian Clark stroker kit. With that said, I mean, we all know that stroker kits equals a little bit more power, a little bit more torque. And the big thing that we're really changing around is the cam setup. I'm going with a Kelford 282 with a little bit higher lift, and again, that's going to help the motor breathe a lot better and actually get this thing flowing sort of significantly better than my old setup. The old setup that I had was a GTX 3576R, again, and that thing spooled like extremely well. And this specific turbo, the G series, are supposed to be spooling 10% better than the old GTX series. So we're gonna give this thing a shot. We'll see where it goes. So now that we got most of the turbo and the turbo specs and everything sort of in order for you guys, let me show you guys the next thing that we're gonna be dealing with. Majority of the next sort of bit of videos I'm going to be covering is really just getting this bay all cleaned up, hiding up a lot of the wires and a lot of the hoses, and really the next step is going to be going with a 4-inch exhaust. I'm thinking doing 4-inch all the way down, and then maybe on a dyno day or like a day that we're over at the drag strip, we'll do like a hood exit, make the motor flow a lot better. But right now, my main goal is just to get these videos out to you guys. Let me know if you guys want to see different content. The next video that I want to try to get out to you guys is really a build of an RB26, a really in-depth build. So if you guys are trying to build an RB at home, or you just want to get some good insight on what it takes to build an RB26, especially in my case, a 2.9 stroker, like, comment, and give me a subscribe, right? Let me know if you guys want to see some more videos. Let me know if you guys want to see some more videos of the rest of this car and the parts that are on this car. Maybe I can help you guys out maybe with your builds, right? So give me a like, give me a subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys.